This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Friday the 13th. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad. Let's jump right into today's sessions. I have a lot to cover on both the free and paid portion of the podcast today. Looking at breadth, we had 1,089 new highs today versus only 75 new lows. 80% of stocks were advancing versus only 17% declining. 35% of stocks were below their respective 50-day moving average, with 35% equally below their 200-day moving average. Looking at the sectors, everything was green. Utilities led to the upside, 1.5%. Communication services were up 1.1%. Basic materials up 1.14%. Industrials up 0.91%. Technology led for the week. All sectors were also green for the week. So very bullish day. Tech was up 7%. Consumer cyclical up 5.2% for the week. So total bullgasm, low volume melt up. However, I would like to change your gaze to DXJ, which is Japan, as well as the Japanese yen versus the US dollar. I still feel that they are slowly starting to support the yen, which in effect unwinds the yen carry trade. They're just doing this slower than they normally would. But that is something to watch. The Nikkei was down about 1.5% all day. If they continue to boost the yen versus the dollar, that is going to hurt risk assets unless they can convince Japan to reverse course. Taking a look at the indices, it was fully bullish. The small caps, Russell 2000, led to the upside. That's going to happen on anticipation of rate cuts. If they cut rates in the U.S., it will help the small caps that are based in the U.S., where most of their revenue comes from the U.S. So small caps was up 2.38%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 297 points, or 0.75%. S&P 500 was up basically 0.5%. The Nasdaq was up 111 points, up 0.64%. So everything is bullish, but I want to give pause and urge you all to stay in safety. Now is the time to start thinking about where are you overexposed, not to go YOLO long on NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is still making lower highs. I did want to share an interesting report on real estate by Nick Gearley. He had posted a YouTube video that cited Redfin data saying that pending sales for homes are hitting record lows. So that's something to watch. I know there are many pockets within the US as well as internationally where inventory is starting to spike. What else did I want to cover just on the macro level today? Even for the year performance, almost every sector is green. So I want to back up here for the new subscribers, whether free or paid. Back in last fall into early 2024, I would religiously cover New Balance area setups for the long side. Things like AppLoving, things like Palantir, silver, Wheaton Precious Metals, and many others. Carvana, Sweet Green, just naming a few that made like 2-3x baggers. And I stopped doing that because there are current setups right now that are setting up, no doubt about it. But you have to look at the forest as well as the trees. And when you see froth, when you see this FOMO type activity, it's important to reevaluate, book gains, keep fresh powder, and be on the prudent side. So I have been religiously sharing the message with the premium members, as well as stocks that pay dividends, that are more best defended, meaning that they go up when stocks on a macro level go down, and they've been participating when stocks in general go up. So it's a win-win scenario. That's where I'm pretty much hiding out, because I can get in and out of these names easily, and I'm waiting to choose a time to go bearish. And I'll cover some of this in the premium section today. I'm going to cover best defended macro stocks, dividend paying high yield, as well as precious metal stocks today for the premium members. But I'll kind of rattle through what was strong today. Restoration hardware, housing related furniture name, luxury name, up 25% after earnings. DJT Partners, the Trump media stock, is up 11.7%. It's bouncing. I believe this was like $40 at one point. It's now at $17. I have never traded this. I just report on it because it shows the animal spirits in the markets. Silver Corp Metals up 10.19%. MicroStrategies up 8.18%. K. Hovanian Home Builder, HOV is the ticker, up 7.8%. Etsy up 7.5%. These are all percentages. AppLovin up 6.6%. Uber up 6.4%. ARM Holdings up 5.8%. Wayfair up 5.7%. Affirm Holdings, the buy now pay later company, up 5.4%. Zillow Group 5.3%. Beazer Homes 5.2%. KB Homes 4.7%. Hims and Hers 4.7%. SILJ up 4.23%. TriPoint Homes 3.7%. PJT Partners 3.5%. Toll Brothers Home Builder 3.4%. New York Community Bank 3.4%. SMCI 3.4%. Pan American Silver 3.3%. So you get the picture. A lot of housing names, a lot of semiconductor names are up today. On the downside, you had Adobe after earnings down 8.47%. I used to work there. The company I was with got acquired by Adobe, so I have a ton of friends still working at Adobe, so it sucks to see this, but I joined the company very early on when the stock was basically under $100. So they're doing fine. They're doing fine and dandy. The VIX was down 3.16%. Uranium 3.14%. Natural gas futures down 2.79%. Kava down 2.3%, but it's up obviously from the IPO. Lyft down 2.3%. DraftKings down 2.05%. For free members, continue to watch the Mag 7. They've been constructive. They have started to bounce back. 6 of the Mag 7 are now above the 50-day. That is bullish action. Continue to watch yields. The 10-year yield is at 3.6%. Everybody in the world is expecting the Fed to cut rates next Wednesday. Everyone is bullish. Everyone is on one side of the boat. And that is when you need to be defensive. I will see the free members after the weekend. Premium members, please stay on. I have a lot of charts to cover with you today. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.